Hi, this is Michael, and today I'm going to be comparing the Pebble HD magnifier that we did and the ZooMax M5 that we did. I'm going to try to see which one holds up better or which one is easier to use in a real-world setting. So you get a therapy book because it's the only book I had two of. So that they would be the exact same test. So right off the bat, the Pebble's handle is built in. The ZooMax you can detach. So you have to put it on the back in this round hole and then twist it. But it has a built-in stand where the Pebble, the handle just doesn't come off. It's screwed into place and it just folds in or out. The viewing angle is a little bit better on the M5 because of the stand. It's already kind of tilted out at like a 45-degree angle for you. The Pebble just sits flat. So you have to be above what you're reading. So otherwise though, they're very close. So I have them both set up at about the same spot, but we can already see the Pebble seems to have a minimum of about a 2x magnification. The M5 does not. The M5 definitely has more color modes between the two. The Pebble only had about 6 different modes. This M5 seems to have about 10 it cycles through. But we're going to put them both going to max magnification. We're going to try to focus on the word glasser.
But they're already both at minimum magnification.
Yeah. Right now they're both minimum magnification. So you can see Pebble is already zoomed in a little bit. M5 is not, even though they're both on the minimum magnification right now. So I'm going to hit the plus to magnify them both at about the same time, and we're going to focus on the word glasser. And if it does flicker weirdly, that's just because the GoPro is trying to catch up to the refresh rate of the magnifiers. They do not flicker in real life. So we're going to hold. The Pebble seemed to get there first because the Pebble is a toggle and the M5 is more of a gradual scale. So they're both on the G for glasser. Now I'm looking at this backwards, but the Pebble seems to be a little brighter on its screen than the M5 and doesn't seem to have as much of like a staticky looking thing. But the M5 seems to be a little more bold and a little more defined on the words. Again, I'm looking at this upside down. Right, so the Pebble is only a 4.3 inch screen, so that's a little bit about the same size of a standard cell phone. The M5 is a little bit bigger. So like on the M5, even though I can see GLAS on both, I can start to see the S on the M5 just because it's a little bit of a bigger screen. Yeah, so I will leave them exactly where they are, and we're going to go through the modes. So
I would do one at a time, do this one.
M5, we have high contrast, dark mode, or dark mode, high contrast. They're out of order on this one.
It is 8 o'clock p.m.
The white text, blue background. Apologies for the talking alarm. The keychain alarm is in its box off camera and apparently does not turn off. So it's still trying to read. So you can hear I'm doing this late at night. It's now 8 o'clock p.m. So anyway, so M5 has normal, high contrast, dark mode. Now we're on white text, blue background. Blue text, white background. Yellow text, black background. Black text, yellow background. Blue text, yellow background. Yellow text, blue background. Green text, black background. Black text, green background. And then back to normal. And over on the Pebble, we're on normal. And then we have high contrast, dark mode, green text black background, yellow text black background, yellow text blue background, and normal. So the M5 definitely has more viewing modes compared to the Pebble, so if that is a problem or you need a specific color combination, you're going to be better off with the M5 than the Pebble. But otherwise their viewing seems to be very comparable. There are a few little nitpicky things I like about the M5 better, just because it has a few more ports and a few more options. It's a little smarter. So like the M5 has a HDMI port, so you can connect it to another monitor. The Pebble does not. It only has its charging port. And the M5 has a USB port built into it and that HDMI port. So this has a few more options for you to do things with it, like connect to a computer easier, connect to a television easier, or a monitor. The Pebble, we only have that charging port. So really it boils down to the Pebble is easier to use, and I would probably recommend for a more elderly population or cognitive disabilities. The M5 is definitely a little smarter, but is going to be for you a little more high-end, more techie user compared to the Pebble.
Cost.
Cost, the Pebble is about $600 to $800. The M5, I believe last I looked, was between $400 and $700. It's definitely less expensive between the two. Otherwise, they are very, very comparable products. Hope this helps. Like and subscribe down below. And I will include links somewhere on screen. I'm going to point to each corner because I don't know where it's going to go. To the Pebble review video and the M5 review video for if you want a more detailed review of each of these.